what is a primogeniture means it is a only the birthright having means the hereditary right will be given to only the eldest son. That first father estate means it will be given to the elder son but not having to the other son. But there was most conflicts against the Mughal empire. After that, Mughal followed the co-parency inheritance. Inheritance means it is a property where the division of the property among the all the sons, that will call as a co-parency. Primogeniture means only the elder son have the right of the property. Co-parency means will be having the right for the amongst all the sons. Next topic is Mughal relation with other rulers. Mughal were able to maintain a good relation with kings and chiefs in the area they control. It was very really the Mughal Empire was maintained a good relation with what of the volunteers kings other kings were exiting. They'll be discussing all the things also. But as the Mughal become powerful, there was a good relation. He has become as a more powerful. Many others also rules are joined voluntary. They are also joined as a subordinate of the Mughal Empire. They were careful balance between their opponents extend their influence over the many kings. There was a carefully balance between all the opponents and they extend their kings. And there's all the pictures of that where the assemblies everything will be over taken by all other kings. Next one we are going to discuss about the Zabt and Zamindars. How that same as Mukti everything we are studied, right? Same as Zabt and Zamindars also we are going to see. And the main source of income available for the Mughal Empire was tax. We know that most of the king their income is tax and revenue. We all know how this is a main income for them to rule. So on where they'll be getting means they're getting on the produce of the peasants. Okay, the main income available for the Mughal Empire is on the produce of peasants only they'll be getting. The Mughal Empire appointed zamindars. Zamindars means he is one of the headmen where the king cannot be travel over all the areas and collect the revenue. So only appointing some zamindars kings over one places, so that will be called as a headman of the village who will collect the zabzat means tax from the peasants. Here one of the Todar Mal is one of the king, he is one of the minister. He will be taking the survey of the crop. Means it is the Akbar revenue minister to carefully survey of the crop yield, price and the area cultivation. He'll be doing the survey where what the crop will yield, what we can grow like that, and he'll be fixing the area also. Then he'll be doing the in which area we can cultivate, we can do the agriculture. Some ideas will be given by the Todar Mal. Mughal authority forced to collect the high tax from the peasant, even the zamindar also. By going on, the Mughal Empire was forcing under the Aurangzeb that time. They'll be collecting the more taxes on the peasants and zamindar also. So the zamindars and peasants were rebelling against the Mughal authority. So Mughal authority became powerful and the end in the 17th century. I'll see the reason why they were collecting the more revenues, why there was decline. You can see some kings are there. Next is the closer look of the Akbar policies. Akbar was very elaborately discussed by Fazils is a book of the Akbarnama. Here one of the Abul Fazil is he wrote about the Akbarnama, Akbar's Bama history. He has written everything in the book name of Akbarnama. Akbar divided his kingdom into provinces of Subhas. I told about Diwan. Like a assembly, like a government, how the government will be taken going, same as the Akbar also following. I told that among the 6 ruler of Mughal, Akbar was one of the greater ruler and powerful ruler. So only we are discussing about his policy only. His policy was followed by his son Shahjahan, his son Akbar's son Jahangir's son Shahjahan. They was following his rules only, but Akbar is not, Aurangzeb is not following his rules. So only the Mughal Empire has declined. They so only they took us in the government way. They carried both political and military functions very well, and maintaining the peace and order in the provinces. Subadas were supported by the commanders. What of it? order will be going on the assembly government, like a commanders means police, they'll be very supportive for them. And Akbar started in the universal peace, that is Shul Hilkul means it is a universal peace. They did not discrimination between the people of the different religions. They not be having the poke on the religions and cultures of the people. They're living as usual what they wish. They're not discrimination. They're not seeing the rich or poor and high, collecting the high tax and low tax. They're living as usual. The administration was going well. Same principle was followed by Shah Jahan, Jahangir. Same what the Akbar has taken, same policy is followed by Jahangir, and thus some of the administration is taken by the Akbar. You can see that many revenue department, military, and manstabas, like a position reckoning there where the rules will be taking on everything. Here the last topic is Mughal Empire in 17th century and after. The administration and military efficiency lead to the great Mughal Empire. Mughal Empire and Manstaba spend a large number of their income. Here Manstabar means one of the position of the rank, where means one person who will be maintaining the salary of the for the military peoples, like a savar maintaining of the horses. For them they will be giving the administration, everything they'll be following Manstabas. So only we have mentioned here that Mughal Empire and their Manstaba spend a large part of their income on the salary and the goods. What the income will be coming, they'll be spending on the goods only. Mughal Empire Manstabas official artisans have great wealth. They have having great wealth means they are having money, everything. They have become rich, but the peasants was remain same. What they work, they have been doing the agriculture, same cultivation they was following. After that, many dynasty was emerging in the Hyderabad and Awadh. Next, after the decline of the Mughal Empire, Hyderabad and Awadh was the kings was coming and controlling over the kingdoms. After that, Mughals subordinates are were the puppet for them. They'll be whatever they're saying, they'll be ruling. After that, we're going to discuss in the next chapter. So the authority of the Mughal slowly declined in the 17th century. So what means after that, Aurangzeb, they are not able to, they are collecting the more revenues, they are appointing more manstabas. They were not able to pay high salary for them, so they be collecting high tax from the peasants. So only the peasants and zamindar were against the Mughal Empire. So the power of the Mughal Empire was declined. So only slowly the decline in the 17th century. I think what of the corruptions is there? Something neglect, army behind the times, high tax, lack of tolerance, will not be having free, peace and uprising, foreign invaders, more foreign invaders are schemes, everything. I think you'll be clear with these topics. Thank you so much.